What's up, YouTube? This is the Even Oracle here. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm doing this video as a request from one of my viewers. She asked me to do a Aries reading tonight, and I thought it'd be good to kind of step back off the shots fired and YouTube thing for a minute, kind of get back to helping my subscribers and viewers out there with any issues that might be going on in their life. See if I can pick up on whatever energy is happening. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get this reading started. She didn't really ask specifically for any specific topic or specific situation, but I'm just going to do a general reading for Aries. Usually I don't do one sign readings, but my viewer requested it, so I will do it. Alright, first off, we got the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is that card of mastery, self-mastery, also working with others. As you can see on this card here, it shows a conductor conducting the orchestra. He's kind of the master of the orchestra, if you will. Let's keep drawing more cards and see what else pops out here, and we'll get to the intuitive part of the reading. All right, next, Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is always, a lot of times it's about missed opportunities, being dissatisfied. This Four of Cups cards show four pillars. You know, and pillars kind of hold things up. They hold the weight. They support. So it could be a card of support. It also could be a card of missed opportunities or not being satisfied with something. All right, next up, we got the Hangman card. Hangman card is always that kind of stuck energy of kind of being almost frozen in time, kind of waiting on an outcome to happen, or possibly feeling like you're not sure what the outcome is going to be, so you're just kind of in a holding pattern until the universe works things out for you. All right, next up, we got the Justice card. And the Justice card here, I actually really like this Justice card. It shows a feather and a heart being weighed on a scale. And I don't know if you guys out there know about that old story about, you know, you can't get in to the afterlife unless your heart is weighed as light as a feather, you know, meaning that basically you don't have karma to contend with. And also that scale, to me, just because it is a scale, and I always kind of pick up Libra vibes off it as well. I know that usually the Justice card is also a Libra card, so that's very fitting. Let's see here. Let's pull from a different deck. Let's do the Edgar Allan Poe deck. Let me get another row of cards going before I start trying to do the intuitive interpretation here. I always try to come through for, you know, my viewers when they ask for something specific from me. I try to do it. I have a couple other videos that I'm still actually doing a little bit of research on before I get them out and going, but they're also requests from viewers. All right, next up, we got the Ten of Wands. That's a card of burdens. It's also about setting down burdens that don't belong to you. Next up, Two of Swords. That's kind of that energy of being at a crossroads, feeling blind as between what's the right choice to make between two choices. Next up, Ten of Cups. All right, very interesting kind of scenario we got with those three cards, at least. It's like you got Ten of Wands on one hand, Two of Swords, Ten of Cups. So it's almost like being stuck between a burdensome situation and fulfillment in relationships and fulfillment in being happy. You know, emotional fulfillment. All right, next up, the Hierophant. All right, so the Hierophant, you know, is that card of higher learning, higher spiritual knowledge in the religious type of sense. It is also the card of traditions, the card of traditional situations. A lot of times can be considered the marriage card. You know what, I'm just going to go ahead and out of this newer deck that I just got, I'm going to go ahead and just draw a couple more cards before I start this reading, just to make sure that I get some more information out in this before we have to draw any cards for clarification. Kind of like when I do readings, I usually like multiple decks, and I also like to do, besides multiple decks, I also like to use a lot of cards, because I feel like it helps get more energies out. They kind of tell the story just a little bit better. That card was the Judgment card, and I'm not sure, usually that could be judgment by the divine, somebody passing judgment, you passing judgment on a situation. And next up, Nine of Pentacles, which is that wish fulfillment card. It's also, excuse me, the Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. That's that card of being self-sufficient. So, all right, let's get this started here. So I feel like for this Aries reading right here, I feel like somebody's in a situation where they felt like they lost or missed out an opportunity, or was dissatisfied with an opportunity. So it looks like they probably went within, did some work on themselves, try to work through old traumas, old issues they've been going through in life, and basically got to a point of self-mastery. Then also, I feel like they were kind of in this hangman energy for a while getting past something that didn't work out the way that they had hoped it to work out. And I'm looking like the situation didn't work out because the divine called judgment on the situation. The divine knew that it wasn't for this person's highest benefit, the Aries' highest benefit. And it looks like it possibly has something to do with a Libra or an air sign. I'm just getting Libra vibes because the scale, and it's the Justice card. And so I think it was actually justice for this person to master themselves, master their emotions, basically learn from the situation. And that kind of put him into that Nine of Pentacles energy, which is just being self-sufficient, happy on their own. And I feel because this Nine of Pentacles card has a butterfly on it, which is that symbol of transformation, I feel like this experience, even though they felt like they were stuck, they felt like they missed out an opportunity, and the divine basically called in the justice for them. They called judgment, which brought in that karmic justice, that it actually caused them to transform. It caused them to basically get their self-confidence with that self-mastery, Nine of Pentacles, and it actually made them realize that love comes from within, that it doesn't necessarily come from outside of you. Usually if you're searching for love in outside places that are not from within yourself, within your energy, within your spirit, then you're kind of missing out on the point of love, because self-love is when you actually can love others. You have to love yourself first. You have to be totally self-sufficient, emotion-wise, and in every other way as well, in order for your cup of love, you know, to overflow from within you and actually be able to touch the people around you. I feel though, like in this situation, like this missed opportunity, this almost dissatisfaction or disappointment in the situation is because somebody felt like they were at a crossroads. Like whatever the situation was felt like burdensome to them, like it was a lot of responsibility. It felt like, you know, they really kind of had to pick up the slack in the situation, but it's almost like they were kind of blindfolding themselves to that, because they saw the Ten of Cups, they saw the Hierophant. That's that, you know, possibility of marriage, that possibility of being able to have your cups filled up and full in a family type setting or committed relationship. And I think that this idea over here, between the Two of Swords and the Ten of Wands, this idea of Ten of Cups, Hierophant energy, actually caused the person to look the other way about the burdens and, really the trouble that this was causing in their life. And with these two cards that they kept looking at, or these two energies they kept looking at, hoping for, they actually felt like these energies weighed out this one Ten of Wands, this burden. But then it seems like they were in the hangman position, not knowing which way to go. They ended up being disappointed because the universe or the divine called judgment on it. But I think that it was justice because neither the Hierophant, Ten of Cups, or the Ten of Wands, I don't believe can weigh out that Nine of Pentacles energy. That just knowing that the love you have for yourself is the love you have for others. And when you don't love yourself enough, when you don't have enough self-confidence, when you don't feel like you can take care of everything you need in life, then it's really hard for your inner cup, if you will, to overflow with that love to somebody else that would actually make this Hierophant Ten of Cups situation work out. And actually, the burdens in the long run in this situation would have played out and definitely outweighed with the Justice card, the energies of the Ten of Cups Hierophant. I think I'm going to draw out of another deck right now. I'm trying to see here which deck I should... you know what? I'm going to grab one from up here. We got this old school deck. I think it's from the 1660s. It's a remake of an old Italian deck. Doesn't have quite as many cards as a normal tarot deck. It's a Tarocchino deck, which I'm not exactly sure what that is. If that's just Italian for tarot, or if this is a slightly smaller deck from back before tarot was tarot in the 1660s. But we're going to draw out of this one. The Spirit just kind of called me to it. Well, two cards came up, so I'll take them both. All right. So the two cards that came up when I tried to draw a card was the Knight of Cups and the Devil card. And this is very interesting, Knight of Cups. It has the Knight of Cups. He's sitting on his horse, but all you can see is the horse's rear end. You see the knight, he's actually with the cups looking in the other direction. So I almost feel like the burden in this situation was maybe the person that was disappointing the Aries here, this possible air sign, this Libra even. I'm getting that they were kind of always looking off in the other direction, ready to ride away and offer their cup somewhere else. And I think that has to do with this Devil energy for sure, because these two cards wanted to come out together. That Devil energy of control, lust, greed, all the karmic energies combined pretty much, addictions. So I almost feel like this person, that the burden was this person had a wandering eye and actually had their back to the Aries in this situation. And they had that very kind of Capricornian energy with that Devil card coming out. All right, then we got Queen of Wands. And Queen of Wands, is that mature, fiery woman. There's a lot of passion there, but there's also maturity along with that passion. It's also the card a lot of times I'll say look at it as a practitioner, because usually there's that black cat on that card. But in this particular deck, there's no black cat, so I'm just seeing that you got somebody who's a very strong, confident, passionate, fiery woman. And she is also looking away from the Knight of Cups. She's also looking away from the Two of Swords and looking towards justice. So I feel like this Queen of Wands energy, which I think even though it's not an Aries card, I'm picking it up kind of with an Aries tone to it here, that this Aries, she wanted justice. She wanted this. She's on top of the Ten of Cups. She wanted that Ten of Cups. She was looking towards the Hierophant and Justice, and she didn't get it. It was a missed opportunity. So she moved on to the Nine of Pentacles, being self-fulfilled. And I think that's kind of the way the universe planned this whole situation out, which, you know, the universe does those type of things because sometimes we're unable to choose, make a decision. We kind of keep ourselves stuck in energies that don't belong to us. All right, World card. So, yep, it was definitely the end of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle. And I think this new cycle is actually much more beneficial to this Aries higher self, their highest good, if you will. And I think I'm going to just draw a couple oracle cards here, and then we'll cut this reading off. All right, we got solitude, which solitude is definitely that, you know, it's almost to me like kind of that hermit energy you see on this card, the woman studying. It's almost like kind of doing a little self-reflection in the solitude, getting to that point of understanding that you need to love yourself first with the Nine of Pentacles type energy. You know, you got the Nine Solitude, Nine of Pentacles. And the other thing is 9 is Neptunian energy. And, you know, it kind of has attachment and completion attached to it. So I think there was an attachment, and then the attachment came to a completion with that World card energy, so that the universe could allow this Aries, who is in that Queen of Wands energy, to actually get her justice, learn lessons that were necessary, and, you know, it seems like it was all to the good. And then now we got accelerated motion with the 8 above it. 8's all about success and abundance. It is also that Uranus energy, opportunity. One thing I'll say is that probably once this Aries, you know, got out of that Hangman energy, got out of the Two of Swords energy, put that 10 of Wands, that burden behind, and allowed the tower to fall, if you will, with that judgment from the universe, something they weren't able to let go on their own because of the possible, you know, I don't know if it's a yearning or fantasy of the 10 of Cups and Hierophant, but the universe knew that this Aries possibly wasn't quite ready for it yet, that there was still a couple more lessons that needed to be learned in the situation in order for them to stand in their power with that Queen of Wands energy and actually do some, you know, get some self-mastery going with that 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles combination. And yeah, solar plexus chakra. So that was definitely about the universe needed to teach this Aries about personal empowerment, you know, to be confident, to just, you know, to understand that the power is within themselves, not from an outside source. And then we got that, you know, the 3 above that solar plexus card, which to me kind of matches up with the 3 on the 3 of Pentacles, that self-mastery, solar plexus, that self-confidence, that confident energy. So anyways, I hope this reading was helpful to my viewer out there who requested this Aries reading. I hope this resonates for you. And any other Aries out there that might watch this video, I hope that you can take something away for it as well. But at the same time, if it does not fit your situation, don't try to make it fit. You know, if it resonates, great. If it doesn't, I'll make more videos and hopefully other ones will resonate for you as well. This is a general reading. I would even say it's kind of a general reading for the people watching it, but for the person who requested it, I'm not sure if she wanted me to say her name on here or not. She did ask for it publicly in a comment, but I'll leave her name off for right now. But, you know, I think I'll be safe in saying just a part of her name. But for Barbie, who requested this Aries reading, I hope this is helpful to you. You have a wonderful evening. And this is the Eben Oracle. Peace out.